Hello everyone, it's me, Juan, Gamer 54, bringing a video today. You're watching essentially the final episode. Kinda, in a way. We just did the Flying Dutchman commentary video yesterday. We are now on Saturday. We're now Saturday now, like god dang. But you know what? I think this is great. I just want to say that I had a lot of fun with the whole Alex Bale SpongeBob theories. And considering that we're going to top it off with one last mini theory, it makes me sad, you know? But you know what? No time for tears. It's been a one heck of a ride. The Muse reaction, the Don't Feed the Muse movie is coming out Monday. So I figured, why not? Let's close this off. Let's do this. Breaking Bad.
In the season 2 episode, Survival of the Fittest, Sandy
Idiots.
sleepwalked while fighting two infamous criminals named Dirty Dan and Pinhead Larry.
Yeah.
I've had enough of your dastardly deeds, Dirty Dan.
Ironically, I remember this episode.
Pinhead Larry.
She later mistakes SpongeBob and Patrick for the criminal duo and attacks and even buries them alive with their own gravestones.
Dang.
It's obviously
Put him in
an
boxes.
iconic episode, but I've always wondered who exactly were Dirty Dan and Pinhead Larry.
No, this series is not going to be doing whether Dirty Dan was Dan Slender reference. There's never been any evidence it was, and that's not the type of video I want to talk about. Dang.
All right, Pinhead, your time is up.
Were they real people, or were they just someone Sandy made up? Are they legendary outlaws she heard about, or someone she actually fought from her past? It's a hard
It would be
question
interesting to
answer
see
because
somewhat of
they're
a
really only mentioned
Sandy
in this
special.
one episode. The best we get later on is the words "Dirty Dan was here" written in
What?
graffiti on the back of a gym. Or that's at least what I thought, until I saw the season 11 episode, Shopping List, where SpongeBob and Sandy travel to a snowy mountain and we briefly see them pass by two graves labeled Dirty
Hey,
Dan
yo!
and Pinhead Larry. So we know they were definitely real people. Now, in the episode, Sandy seems kind of familiar with this area, and these are the
I
exact
wanted to
same
read it.
graves she recreated for two graves labeled Dirty Dan and Pinhead Larry. So we know they were definitely real people. Now, in the episode, Sandy seems kind of...
Well, it was never explicitly stated in the episode. SpongeBob says he needs hair from a Yeti crab, and Sandy immediately knows where to go. So she even said that hairy hermit dwells right here. Seems like she has experience of this place.
familiar with this
Okay.
area, and these are the exact same graves she recreated.
Probably recreate from her memory using the imagination theory. True. So that does kind of hurt because, like, but why would she imagine it here? Oh, wait, because, SpongeBob, he did dreams and his dreams become reality. Huh. So wouldn't that mean that they weren't existing at all? And then because she dreamed about them, now they're here?
Created for SpongeBob
I'm
and
confused.
Patrick. So this seems to be implying that her dream was actually based off of a real memory of her fighting and killing Dirty Dan and Pinhead Larry.
Dang,
here.
Sandy got bodies.
Except there's one problem with that. How did Dirty Dan write this graffiti if he's supposed to be dead? I mean, I know it's not like we see when this graffiti was written, but it wasn't left on just any old random gym. It was written on the back of Larry the Lobster's gym, a gym that we saw Larry open in season 9.
What you see before you is the culmination of my lifelong dream, Larry's gym.
Yay!
This graffiti must have been written long after Sandy would have fought and killed.
Or, they could just recycle old metals, which, let's be honest, Bikini Bottom is known for.
How could Dirty Dan write this on Larry's gym if he's supposed to be dead? I think this means that the real Dirty Dan and probably also Pinhead Larry are not actually dead. They probably fake their deaths and are alive somewhere in Bikini Bottom. But where, and more importantly, who are they? Wait a second. Why would Dirty Dan write that he was here at this specific gym? Larry's gym. You don't think Larry the Lobster
I mean,
sounds stupid. Or
what is that edit?
I mean, it would explain why Dirty Dan would risk exposing that he's still alive at a place Sandy probably frequents. Maybe he's leaving
True.
a message for
She
his
do
former
lift though.
criminal partner. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So they're both named Larry, and you
Yeah.
definitely could say he has a pin-shaped head. But Larry is friends with Sandy, and he definitely isn't a criminal.
Nah.
Right? Maybe we need to take a closer look at our lobster friend.
Alright.
So, I rewatched every single appearance of Larry the Lobster in all 14 seasons of SpongeBob, and here's what I learned. Larry cares a lot about staying in shape and working out.
Oh yeah,
to
he does.
an obsessive degree.
My latissimus dorsi has gone flabby. I've got to get to a rowing machine.
He also hates when anyone else is out of shape and will do anything in his power to help them get fit.
Those poor people. Someone needs to whip them into shape. Looking out at this sea of flaccid muscles and sagging flesh, frankly,
Dang.
I'm disgusted. Push it! Push it!
Apparently, he was also raised by these two old fish.
But you guys are way too old and unsightly for my beach.
So polite. Just like we raised him.
And to further confirm this, the same old lady fish later says this during the Alaskan bullworm incident.
I love that episode.
Sounds like she could definitely be referring to Larry here, so I do think they're supposed to be his aunt and uncle.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. As much that's kind of sweet and all, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Larry could beat the elastic bullworm. I don't think. Like that's sweet, but come on now. I don't think my boy Larry can do that.
So no, he loves protein shakes.
Protein shakes saved my life, bro.
He used to be a lifeguard, but recently fulfilled his lifelong dream of opening up a massive gym.
The culmination of my lifelong
Okay.
dream. A place of my own where I can work out every day, anytime I want.
He's not the most complex character, and there's definitely nothing here to indicate that he's the former infamous outlaw Pinhead Larry.
Who are you calling Pinhead?
One teeny tiny detail in the season 12 episode,
The nitwitting.
In this episode, we very briefly see Larry working out at his
Hey,
gym,
yo,
but
who's
we
responsible for
can
that?
clearly see that he's drinking a kelpshake. And that
Kelpshake?
wouldn't mean anything to you unless you remembered the season 4
Oh,
episode,
that
It's
episode!
Incredibles. In this episode, a new restaurant opens up selling something called a kelpshake.
A new store on my block.
Everyone's enjoying a delicious
On
cupcake.
on my
They
premises.
pop up out of nowhere, and we never find out who was really running them. The kelpshakes have an initial bad taste, but they are extremely addictive.
This tastes like a wet gym sock. Hey, this ain't half bad. This is amazing.
Like, to the point where people basically get hooked on it like a drug.
Yeah, even my boy Squidward, he was hiding his. He was like, no one's looking. I bet. Nah, Squidward, you too? Eat too, Squidward?
Perhaps we're all out of juice. But we gotta get more.
The kelpshake restaurant is later shut down. but
Closed
the shakes
forever.
Are banned because apparently they have some kind of radioactive material in them.
Ooh.
It'll take decades to clean this hazardous material up. I sure feel sorry for whoever drank this.
So literally the
Why
entire
does Larry have
the entire
same
Bikini
banned
Bottom.
kelpshake 8 seasons later? Maybe this is just a random throwaway Easter egg. I mean, we never see him with a kelpshake again, just the generic protein shakes. Except, let's take a closer look at those protein shakes.
Okay.
In the season 11 episode, Larry the Floor Manager, Larry briefly takes over as manager of the Krusty Krab and turns it into
The
a
healthy
gym.
crab.
Now we only serve salad and protein power shakes.
Ugh.
He forces SpongeBob to sell protein shakes, and even though the cups look different, the color of the liquid is the exact same as the milkshake.
Wait. This was what I was saying about the party scene. I had these miniseries planned out for a long time. Ah, okay. Yeah, we actually did hear him say it right there.
They even seem to have the same initial bad taste.
Ugh.
No, Larry. No.
I think
They're not
every
good,
time
Larry.
drinks
They
or
trash.
sells a kelpshake, he is actually selling the illegal, addictive kelpshakes from
But why, my
Esmeralda's.
boy?
Now, we never see anyone grow any green hair, but knowing what we know about Larry, there's no way he would be drinking it himself if it had the same side effects.
Yeah.
I think Larry was the one behind the original kelpshake recipe restaurants. But after they were banned, he tweaked the recipe and started secretly reselling them as rebranded protein shakes. How else do you even
How?
explain Larry having
Did
the
he open
same
up another
kelpshake
restaurant?
for 8 seasons after they were banned unless he's the one making them? In Squid Plus One, he even admits that he's the one who makes his protein shakes.
I just need to stop by the apartment and make myself a protein shake.
This explains how a lifeguard could suddenly afford to open a massive gym.
Ah,
He's
dang.
secretly a kelpshake drug lord kingpin. And if you still
Dang.
don't believe me, we see Larry standing next to a protein shake store called Protein Feed that has a green kelp logo and the word kelpshake on the
Nah.
sign, clearly referencing the kelpshakes. And this is also the episode with the Mrs. Puff newspaper, so you know the creators were like in a hiding lore mood. There are
Wow.
for this to be a coincidence. Larry the Lobster is the criminal mastermind behind the kelpshakes. But does this also
Why,
mean
Pinhead?
that he was the former
I mean,
infamous
why
criminal,
Larry?
Pinhead Larry, who faked his death? Well, believe it or not, Larry the Lobster has also had a near-death experience in his past.
Really?
In Squid Plus One, Larry mentions that the protein shakes saved his life.
You don't need that glop. Oh, I wouldn't call it glop. Protein shakes saved my life, bro.
Like, what does that even
I
mean?
never imagined
Okay, hear
Squidward
me
and
out.
Larry
What if
interact.
this is how he survived his death? Sandy killed him and his partner, but the radioactive properties of the kelpshakes.
Maybe Larry found some radioactive material from the Bikini Atoll test. We've seen random burial barrels just lying around, and we also seen him having life-giving properties in season 7. This monster who came from Bikini Bottom. Okay, okay.
So, of course, Larry
Oh
would
yeah,
continue to
that
drink
barnacle
and sell these
monster.
kelpshakes. They literally saved his life. Even if they're radioactive and illegal, to him, this is a way to help himself and everyone around him become stronger. The thing we know he wants most of all. It explains why he gets so defensive when Squidward insults him.
Dang.
I love protein shakes.
Uh-oh. Dang.
But there's still
My
an
boy Squidward
obvious
can never
issue
take a
here.
W, man.
If
Why is
Sandy
Squidward always the
killed
butt end of the
Pinhead
jokes?
Larry, why doesn't she recognize him now? Well, I think we get a
Why does
possible
he always
explanation to this in the Camp Carl spin-off episode Game Night,
Why does he
where the camp
why does
counselors
he
plan
sets
for a
himself
game
up for
called
this?
Lobster Trap. If you take away the beard and the eye patch, the lobster on the box looks exactly like Larry. A direct clue about Larry the Lobster being a criminal. Just like that Flying Dutchman game, I think this game is based on the real legendary criminal Pinhead Larry. This
Dang, they just
explains
love
why
taking
Sandy wouldn't recognize Larry the Lobster.
video games
Either
based
he's a
on actual
criminal disguise
crimes.
he wore, or, and I'm just speculating here, it's actually what he used to look like, and the healing properties of the kelpshake fixed his eye. And if you're
Ooh.
still not convinced about Larry's criminal connections, I've saved my best evidence for last.
Okay.
Remember that old lady that raised Larry?
Yes.
So polite. We should call my nephew.
She's just a sweet old lady. There's no way she would have raised a criminal mastermind.
Exactly.
Right? Well, in the season 9 episode Patrick Man, she is revealed to be none other than the Dirty Bubble.
Oh, right.
The dirty bubble.
This random old lady was actually one of the most notorious criminals in
How? Yeah, I remember that, but like,
crime, the Dirty Bubble.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy's arch nemesis. The dirty.
I just want to ask. So yes, I do remember the whole Patrick becoming a superhero, right? But I don't know. My memory's a little phasey. Like, so does the woman come? The old lady come back, or like they just completely stop using the old lady after she was revealed to be the Dirty Bubble? Like, I need to know about
And
this.
I know what you're thinking. Maybe this is just a disguise he wore in this one episode.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean this old lady has always been the Dirty Bubble, but I checked everywhere, and I can confidently say that we have never seen the Dirty Bubble and this lady in the same scene. And she's a pretty common background character. Also, she lives in the same retirement home as the Dirty Bubble's nemesis, and we see her constantly in the background watching them. She is literally the perfect cover for the Dirty Bubble to spy
Not to
on
mention
them.
the DB
But
is able to
most
see the
damning
same
of
old
all,
lady
this
perfectly.
old lady is friends with and even went to high school with Man Ray.
Why, hello, Ray.
Mabel!
Man Ray
twist,
probably knows his dirty
Larry
bubble,
the
but he's playing
Lobster
along.
was raised by the dirty bubble, explaining how he became the infamous criminal known as
Dang.
Pinhead Larry. And wait a second. Pinhead Larry was raised by the dirty bubble? The only criminal we know in the show whose entire gimmick is being dirty. Holy shit. The dirty bubble is Dirty Dan. It fits too perfectly. This would also explain how Dirty Dan faked his death. The dirty bubble is constantly being killed and later brought back to life with a bubble blower.
Ha! Wait. Ah!
Dirty perfectly. This would also explain how Dirty Dan faked his death. The dirty bubble is constantly being killed and later brought back to life with a bubble blower.
The official SpongeBob YouTube channel has a series called Bikini Bottom Mysteries that talks about SpongeBob theories. They're really fun videos, but they lean a little too forwards on parody actual attempts of fan theory, also because it's just something on the official YouTube doesn't want to blah, blah, blah. But they do have a great theory that I highly recommend watching about how Mermaid Man and Barnacle are secretly controlling the villains to make themselves look like heroes. What? Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy? Nah, not my boys. Come on, man.
Dirty Bubble
Ain't
and
no
Larry
way.
the Lobster were the infamous criminal duo Dirty Dan and Pinhead Larry. After nearly being killed by Sandy, they changed their identities and split up. The Dirty Bubble continuing his criminal pursuits with his new partner Man Ray, and Larry the Lobster choosing a more subtle approach by secretly selling illegal kelpshakes. And even though they've been apart for years now, the Dirty Bubble still left a little reminder to his old partner. Dirty Dan was here. Yes, he certainly was.
Dang.
That is the Pinhead Larry the Lobster theory, and that is the end of Alex Bale's SpongeBob conspiracies. Thank you very much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard the man. That's the end of the episode, and that's the end of the series. To be honest, I'm kind of sad that it has to end, but hey, man, you gotta close a chapter to go on to the next chapter. And honestly, I've been enjoying Alex Bale's new approach with these new cartoon theories. I mean, he did one with the Pixar theory, the Magic School Bus, Blue's Clues, the Stereo, and shoot, there might be a chance that the next one could be the High School Musical. I'm pretty sure I saw that. So I mean, hey, if you guys want me to react to the other video, those, if you guys want me to keep reacting to the new Alex Bale videos, show me that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like the video so I know you guys enjoy, and comment down below if you want to see more Alex Bale reaction videos when they come out. I'm also thinking of probably we're going to do some reaction videos on the Pixar theory and the Magic School Bus, just cause we never really got to those episodes. And you know, I really do enjoy all these theories, to be honest. But again, you gotta let me know. Again, don't forget that the Muse videos are we're about to watch the Don't Feed the Muse movies. It's gonna be 3 parts. Yes, 3 parts, and it'll all be coming out on Monday. So be on the lookout for that. Both of them will be coming. Both of them will be appearing. I would say maybe an hour apart from each other. Maybe 40 minutes after the first video. But just know that they'll be uploaded on the same day and back to back with each other. So that way you guys have a long Cinco de Mayo watching that. But anyways, guys, that's going to be the video. This has been Juan Gamer 54 signing off.